we have three types of technology in Vedic system. First one is known as mantrika, second one is known as tantrika, and third one is known as a kritaka or yantrika. The mind that we have, it's a greatest tool with us. Either develop your mind to aid yourself or apply your mind and develop material technology to aid yourself. So when a seer or a yogi is going to develop his own mind without going into material things, then the mantric technology develops at that stage. Because if you will study Yoga Darshan, we will find so many mentions. A yogi is able to, sitting at one place, he can go anywhere in the universe. He can check out anything. So that is the Adhyatmika science, and engineering is the yoga engineering at the level of Samprajjata Samadhi. Similarly, this Tantrika technology is there. Tantrika is also based upon the development of mind, but here the mind is not developed to the level of that Samprajjata level. There is another level of samadhi that is known as Samprajjata level of samadhi. At that level, a yogi, he attains certain divine powers, and those divine powers he can use. He can physically go anywhere in the universe without going through mind, and that technology is known as tantrika. And yantrika or a kritika one that we are using today, we apply our mind and to the material thing, we develop material aids. So this type of technology was there. So mantric technique, I have given certain examples. I have already told you tantric techniques, certain examples are there. This in Yoga Darshan you will find divinehood will be developed, divine vision, divine audition, divine olfaction, divine skin sensation. Television will replace with divine vision, or telephone will replace by telepathy. Different mode of transport such as air, marine and surface will have their substitutes in divine powers of Utakranti, Jalasanga, Pankasanga. Utkranti means going in the air, Jalasanga walking on the waters, Pankasang walking on the muddy water. So this type of Akash, Gaman, etc. So this type of things with the divine powers a yogi can have. So this mantric technology is the subjective one. It cannot be transferred to any person. Only a yogi who has attained these powers, he can utilize it. But and similar thing is with the tantric technology. But yantric technology, it can be used as a commodity. It can be shared. It can be transferred. It can be commercialized. So there is a sanskar process of engineering there. Certain things have changed here. I have given definition of technology as per different shastras. I am not going to indulge in it. Then engineering was the technical skill undertaken by Samrangana Sutradhar. In Samrangana Sutradhar, Raja Bhoj, King Bhoj, he says that this old technique, he is talking about this yantric technology, and he says Parampariyam Kaushalam Saupadesham Shastrabhyaso Vastu Karmodyami Dhi Samagriyam Nirmala Yasya Suasmish Chitranyeva Vitti Yantrani Karatum. And he further says Yantranam Ghatna Nokta Guptyaratham Najyata Vashat. In Samrangana Sutradhar, there is a 30th chapter in Yantra Adhyay, that is known as Yantra Adhyay. He mentions there the Vimanas, many Yantras, and he says their technology is there with me. I am not revealing that technology, because that technology, if I will reveal, the patent of certain families, because in ancient India, there were no these multinational companies, big industrial houses were not there. Even the technology, knowledge system, whatever it was there, or Ayurveda, it used to be, practiced by certain families. So it was the family tradition. They used, certain families, they were working with the shipping industry, certain families, they were working with the Vimanas, certain families, they working in Ayurveda, astrology. So this type of system was there. That is why King Bhoj says that I am not revealing all those technologies, Guptyaratham, so that their copyright may not be disturbed. So now I am coming to that vehicle part, ancient vehicles. As I told, mantrika, tantrika and yantrika. Mantrik, tantric is very much clear. Now I'll come to the yantric level of vehicles. In Rigveda itself, there is a mention of Vimana, Vahana, and those Vimanas could be used in the air, on waters, as well as on the land. So, three types of vehicles they have used. And the mode of transport, as I told, in Bhrigu Samhita also he says, Jal nokaiva yanam shad bhumi yanam ratham smritam akashi agni yanam vyom yanam tadaivacha. He says, whatever vehicles they ply on the road, they are known as a rath or a yan. The vehicles that float on the water, they are known as nauka, and the vehicles they fly in the sky, they are known as Agniyana, and the vehicles that go in space, spaceships, they were known as Vyomayana. So three types of this transportation was there. Surface transport, so far the word Rath is there. Mostly the people think that Rath is this chariot drawn by horses. This is not meant in the Vedas. Rath, Nirukta, one of the Vedic scholar Yaska, he defines Ratha and he says Ratho Ranghater Gati Karmanaha. That the Ratha means that which moves on the land. So every vehicle, whether it is car today or train, whatever it is there, it is a Ratha. And the horse that were to be used to the chariot, they were not these horses, but the horsepower meant by that. Similarly, the air transport, I have already told that this three types of things. Tripura Viman mention is there. One vehicle, it used to go in the sky, it used to swim on the waters, it used to run on the road itself. Similarly, the space transport, I have already mentioned. And in Mahabharata, there is a description, science of aeronautics remained dwelled to its advanced stage until Mahabharata period. According to the description available in Drona Parva, Vimanas were shaped like a sphere or could move along a great speed on a mighty wind generated by Mercury. It says that Viman moved like a UFO, going up, down, backwards, forwards, as pilot desired. Similarly, the definition of Viman has been given everywhere. In Vrihad Vahanashastra, Vaimanika Prakaran, it has been given V plus man. The machine that behaves like a bird in the sky, that is known as Viman. So, different other scholars, scientists, ancient scientists, they have also given this definition. Almost it is the same one. Then these Yantrik Kritik Vimanas, they were of 25 types. Kritik Vimanas are described of 25 types, which were named after their form, capacity, nature of the operation. Some of them may be mentioned as Tripura, which was capable of moving equal, and Shakun, Rukma, Saundra. This type of 25 types of Vimanas have been mentioned. Airports have also been, we find the description of airports in India. Indra's city of Amravati, we find a description of airport where Vimanas were properly stationed and used to land and take off in a similar manner as we see today in our busy airports. This is in Mahabharata. And the meaning I have given that verse. And having beheld the celestial gardens resounding with celestial music, and strong-armed son of Pandu entered the favorite city of Indra. In addition, he beheld their Divya Vimanas, spaceships by thousands, capable of going everywhere at will, stationed in proper places, and he shot tens of thousands of such vehicles as moving in every direction. Similarly, I have already mentioned that in Yukti Kalpataru also it has been mentioned that Vyomayanam Vimanam va Purvamasid Mahibhujam. The ancient people, they used to go in the space also, and we have a certain historical reference in Mahabharata also that King Kakudmi and his daughter Revati, they went into the space, and after staying over there for certain period, when they came back on the earth, they found that on the earth 1,000 years have passed, and their friends, they were no longer existing on the space. Then he married his daughter Revati to Balram. So while you enter into the different universes, the period will go fast, the time will pass very fast. So this has also been there. Parachutes for floating in the sky. In Mahabharata tells us that Shalav air raided Dwarka. Krishna cut the airplane, namely Shaubh, by his Sudarshan Chakra. Shaubh then fell down, burning. Nevertheless, Shalva remained floating in the sky. This is the situation just like the modern day parachutes. Solar powered Rasayantras, mercury engine, were used to operate aeroplanes. This has been described in Samrangana Sutradhar of King Bhoj. He says, Laghu Darumayam Mahavihangamam Dridha Susrishta Tanu Vidhayatasya Udare Rasyantramadadhit Jwalanadharam Adhuvasya Chati Puranam. So this Rasa Yantra, the mention of Rasa Yantra is there in Ayurveda, in Rasa Shastra. The Rasa means mercury. Nothing has been meant by Rasa. So the mercury operated engine powered by solar rays, it was used in the ancient period. And this has also been mentioned other way at other places in Samrangana Sutradhar also is talking about a hovercraft and how it goes in the sky. That this has been mentioned by Bhoj. Tatra rudha purushastasya pakshadvandvo chalanat prodjitena anilena supta swantah paradasya shaktah chitram kurvanambare yati duram. He clearly mentions that these were the mercury operated engines. Similarly, in Vahanashastra also, there are at many places they have mentioned about the solar power used for operation of aeroplanes, and it has been said that Vimanasya upari Surya Shakti Akarshana Panjaram. So Surya Shakti Akarshana Panjar or some Surya Kanta Mani type of words have been used, and this is just like some photovoltaic cells wrapped around the aeroplane just to catch that solar power and operate those aeroplanes. Similarly, in Samarangana Sutradhar, a very big sized aeroplane has also been mentioned, and it was also operated by mercury engine. Some eco-friendly jet engines have also been mentioned. Mantra-powered aircraft simulation was also there. Kamagamam Yanam. At the thought itself, it used to be operated, just like the mantra-operated weapons were there in ancient India. So similar situation is there in Ravana's Viman, similar to modern jetpack. 1200-year-old Viman photo in Ellora caves. Sitting capacity in Vimanas 200 to 1000, speed and evidence of ancient astronauts in India. This is there in this temple, 7th century, 8th century temple. Marine transport, it was very famous system in ancient India. Marines, they were these vessels, they were known as nauka. Marine transport, a vessel with 100 propellers. It used to be operated by 100 propellers or paddles. The mention we find in Rig Veda. The commercial shipping was also there. The same mention we find in the Rig Veda. The warships have also been mentioned in Mahabharata. We find in Ramayana we find Navam Shatanam Panchanam Kaivartanam Shatam Shatam Sannadhanam Tatha Yunantisthati Abhyachodayat. Hundreds of the sailors are sailing 500 ships carrying hundreds of armed soldiers. There is a mention of mechanized ships also. In Mahabharata, Sarvavat Saham Navam Yantra Yuktam Patakinim, we find this mention, machine operated ships. Classification of ships has been done in Yukti Kalpataru. It's a big text that deals with the shipping, and it says the two types of ships were there, vessels were there, Samanya and Vishesh. Samanya type of vessels were simple and ordinary type of vessels, mostly plied in rivers. Samanya vessels were classified into 10 types, and these are the names: Kshudra, Madhyama, Bhima, Chapala, Patala, Abhaya, Dirgha, Patra, Puta, Garbha. Means all feminine gender, through feminine gender they mention it. Dimensions of the vessels have also been given in Yukti Kalpataru. Vishesh type of vessels have also been mentioned there, and they are of two types. Dirgha, as second one is Unnata. So Dirgha type, all these 10 types have been mentioned, and their dimensions have also been given over there. Unnata type, 5 types are there: Urdhava, Anurdhava, Swaranamukhi, like that. And dimensions of various Unnata type of vessels, they have been also given there. Their painting and design of vessels, it has also been mentioned. The vessel with one mast was painted blue. Vessel with 2 masts were painted yellow. Vessels with 3 masts painted red. Vessels with 4 masts painted white. And there is also mention of vessels with cabins. So they were having cabins also. And Sarvatu Mandir, so vessels which were used to carry all royal things, royal house, and all these things have been mentioned there. And this royal vessel, a particular type of vessel has been used. The picture of the celestial bodies, it has been the gold, silver and copper metalwork was used in these vessels. Material used, that has also been given in this Yukti Kalpataru. And it has been mentioned that no iron was used, so that the vessels would not be attracted by any this magnetic rocks. So metals were, this was not used. Even John of Monte Corvino, Marco Polo, Vasco da Gama, they have also mentioned it, that Indians were not using any iron nails in their vessels. The India's shipbuilding industry, it has been mentioned by Marco Polo, this Nicoli de Conti, all these people, they have done it. So this is the brief description of the Vahanashastra in ancient India. Thank you.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to my Startup TV.